Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, and welcome to the award show for Highlander Season 34. After an extremely close 4-hour grand final, in which 3am, in some ways the spiritual successor to SDCK, defeated twice champions 4House. The season is done and dusted, and that leaves us just with one thing to do, and that is give out the accolades for the seasons. So, welcome to the brand new ETF2L Twitch channel, and we'll get straight on with it. So, I am Harry. I'll be hosting tonight's show. I'm joined by an eclectic group of guests. We have Samus on production behind the scenes, and from 4House, we're firstly joined by Nubbi. Say hi.
Hey everyone.
By Luca.
Hello.
Also from 4House. From Silver Black Warriors, we're joined by Yak.
Hi, but I don't think those guys are from 4House.
Oh, not 4House, sorry, 3am, my bad. And Nebu joins us as one of the season's casters.
Yo.
And last but not least, temrane joins us as tonight's admin with all the results behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We'll just jump straight into it. So we're going to go through, starting off with Scout of the season. There were 3 nominees for this award. We had Omga from 4House, Keljab. Ooh, I should have looked up the team. I cannot remember who was he playing for. Was it Fela? I think. We're going to go with Fela, and then Osiro from 3am. Temrane, take it away.
Cool. So, in third place with 27.09% of the vote, we have Keljab. In second place with 34.48% of the vote, we have Acero. And then finally, first place with 38.42%, we have Omga.
So, pretty close award there overall. Congratulations to Omga for winning that award. I'll jump straight to Yak. Let's hear from you first, if that's okay. Is that what you were expecting? Were you expecting Omga to win, or?
Well, I knew it'd be him or Acero. I'm kind of surprised that Cannon wasn't really nominated by anyone. I thought he had like an okay season. I also think like there's like a recurring theme in Prem for the last 2 or 3 seasons where there's like a huge gap between the top 2 or 3 teams and everyone else, and it's kind of like the players are also a huge gap. So it's kind of insane that Cannon wasn't nominated. He probably didn't deserve to win. It was probably still Omga or Acero, but I think Acero probably deserved it on the balance of everything. He had a really good season. Yeah.
Luca, would you agree as Osiro was one of your teammates?
Yeah, so I think definitely this is a snub. Osiro should have won because, like first win, I think he did amazing the whole season. But Omgar was also, very good. Hijab was, I think honestly, Hijab did like I think a bit better than Omgar. So I would like put it, Omgar third, Hijab second, and Osiro first.
Yeah, I mean, I had a quick look at the stats before, and I mean, Omgar and Osiro had very similar stats, so both around 1 kill a minute. Osiro had slightly more. They both had a 2 KD and about 300 DPM each, so their stats were pretty much aligned all the way. Seeing as you casted most of the games this season, Nebu, is there anything standout that you noticed between the scouts?
No offense to Omga, really, but I do think Osiro did deserve it. But Omga still played really, really well. But Osiro is one of, in my opinion, 1 or 2 players on that 3am team that was really putting in the effort and really doing a lot for the team. So, but I still think it's not like a total robbery. But
yeah, I mean, I think I would probably agree. It's not like, as you said, total robbery in my opinion, but I think Osiro probably the clearly best scout. In the oh no, my camera's frozen. Oh well, I'll fix it in a moment. Best scout of the season, personally, I think. But we'll put that to a side and talk about the soldiers now. the nominations for the soldiers were Orentria from Full House, Def from Chodsex4, Nubby from 3M, and Vanu from Silver Black Warriors. Temrane, take it away. Okay, sure. We're gonna have a quick chat about the players beforehand. Who have I not talked to yet? Nubby, you're nominated. Do you put yourself on top?
Yeah, I think I'm obviously much better than the other nominees. No offense, but I think I did much better than them. Mine was not bad, but he can't really rocket jump, so we are on slightly different levels, in my opinion. And Aaron Thier, I don't think it's worth to mention him. So I think I did the best by far.
Yak?
I love playing with Vanu. Vanu provides things that unless you play with Vanu, you cannot quantify what Vanu does. There's just value in having Vanu on the team. Yeah, there are some issues sometimes with like the way that Vanu plays, I guess. Like, yeah, doesn't jump around a lot, kind of waddles at people. But these are Highlander players. You can kind of waddle at them. They all kind of suck. And Vanu knows that. So you can just do that. It's really funny. And it's really fun playing with Vanu. I have a lot of fun. Like, my team is fun. I really like everyone on my team. I had a lot of fun, you know? And Vanu's part of the reason why it's fun. So Vanu's my GOAT.
Yeah, looking at the stats for the season, Nubby had the most kills per minute. Vanu actually had the most DPM, so edging out on damage with the only soldier getting over 400. But I mean, Andrea had the best KD, so each of those like three soldiers had a best-in-class stat across the board. Anything to add, Luca, before we head to the results?
Yeah, so I think in the finals, especially, I think Nubby was like the better sheet talker, so I think he deserves to win.
That is that's an intangible stat. You can't see.
That is a thing.
box.
All of these soldiers are really good at typing in the chat. That is something that I think is unprecedented for a role. All of these players are really good at typing. I think Vanu's the best at typing, though. Vanu has some I think Vanu is probably the most muted player in TF2.
I mean, it all starts with the names with Vanu as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just a guy called like,
random
Mort or just all sorts of crazy names. Pibby. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, you're gonna get tilted just at the fact that you're getting killed by someone called Pibby, aren't you?
Yeah.
Temrane. With that said, put us out of our misery.
Yeah, sure thing. So, in third place with 16.43% of the vote, we have Vanu. Coming up in second with 24.15%, we have Orentria. And finally, in first place with 43.96% of the vote is Nubby. Which is quite a lot.
Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised by that. I would certainly say that Nubby was probably the favourite going for that award. Just personally speaking, play against 3AM in the in Nations Cup scrims on Pro Plant especially, we were out of many ideas for dealing with you. You just came from like random places on the map and just killed me halfway through lobby, so that was always very annoying to deal with. Nebu, I haven't talked to you. Anything to add from your spot in the casting booth?
I can't really say much. Kind of the results speak for themselves in a sense, but I still think Orentria and even Vanu, as much as I disagree with the Vanu waddling, he still had an okay season. But it was down to really Nubby, Osiro, and Mezzo all working together really well, which meant they were quite dominant throughout the season, and Nubby played really well around all those players. So, not to say that Orentria didn't, but I think we're still lacking for most of the season, and a couple of swapping their demo out like at the start of the season. I think it did change it a little bit, but in the end, Nubby did play very well, so it's probably deserved again.
Cool. Moving on to the Pyros then. We have Delt from Silverback Warriors, Grip from Full House, and Vlad from 3am. Well, start off with Nebu, so I don't forget you this time. My apologies. From your spots in the casts, who had the kind of best impact on the Pyro class?
It's kind of difficult to say because, as much as I love Grip, he's been slowly getting older, and slowly losing his magical touch. But I do also think that some of the other Pyros, either playing the league right now, aren't really like, when you see new Pyros, like, it's just not something that people play. So refreshing the Pyro pool is quite difficult. So you have to call on people like Vlad, who don't often play. And although Delt has been around for a while, he's, in my opinion, not as good as he potentially could be or used to be. So, but if I had to pick one out of the three, I'd say I'd just give it to Grip, because he did have an okay season. I won't really give it to Vlad only because he joined halfway through, but Vlad did have a pretty decent final.
Yeah, I think Pyro is probably the current weakest pool in Prem, maybe other than Heavy. But I think Pyros are probably in general the weakest. Would you agree with that? Or do you think Grip was the best Pyro of the season, Yak?
I think that it's kind of hard with Pyro because I don't know what it's like playing versus my own Pyro. I think a Pyro is like easy to tell how good they are by playing against them.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was easier playing against Grip this season than it has been in other seasons. I think he fell off a little bit. And there was also like a big change in playing against 3am before Vlad and then after Vlad. Vlad like did a lot. He reflected a lot of stuff and made it really hard for me to have impact because he was just always standing around his combo against that team. And yeah, normally that was like playing against Grip or playing against T-Borden, you'd experience that, but I really felt it against Vlad this season. So out of those two, I would say Vlad had the better season than Grip, and then I have no idea about Delt because I don't play against him. I have no idea.
Well, a Demoman who did play against Delt, Luca, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I think Delt played like fine this season. Probably felt, I don't know, like that is like a type of player who would just run at me, like just walk across the point to reflect everything I shoot. So if he was a bit annoying. Vlad and Grip, I think Grip kinda, yeah, like I didn't really feel the aura from Grip as I did like when I played with him or against him before. And Vlad is just, I don't know, I honestly give Vlad just more credit because you expect Grip to be good because, he's been playing for Poorhouse for like a year, been really consistent. But like Vlad joined halfway through the season, he hasn't played for 2 years, and he's improved really, really fast. So,
Yeah, I think I 100% agree with what Yak said earlier. With there was a massive upgrade between when they changed their Pyros, just from the eye test and how the team was playing from watching Clark's stream. Nubby, did you feel that was the case when you changed your Pyros?
Yeah, I think it did help a lot. Fidos was good too, but Vlad was, to be honest, an upgrade, especially because he had much more experience and Fidos is a bit new.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of these Pyros are like really good, but I think it's mostly coming down to Grip and Vlad. But I think in the end, Vlad did like way better in the finals. He kind of won still as well. So I think, and like finals are what matters the most. So I think Vlad played better overall. I think he deserved it, not just because he's my teammate, but I think Vlad was just better in the end and where it mattered the most.
Well, Tem, reveal our Pyro of the season for us.
Okay, so with 28.36% of the vote, we have Delt. In second, we have, with 30.85% of the vote, we've got Vlad. Leaving with 40.80% of the vote, Grip in first place.
So going against our panel in general, saying Grip, congratulations. Hopefully it's at least somewhat of a consolation prize for coming second rather than winning the season. Is this a bigger snub than Osro in your opinion, Yak? Or
No, I mean, like, everyone's allowed to vote, and I think if you're looking at just the season, I think it probably is Vlad. But Grip's name carries weight, and so everyone's able to vote, and they don't necessarily have to have watched anything. But yeah, it's not like Grip had a bad season. He just had a worse season than he usually does.
Yeah.
Usually he's like by far the best Pyro I play against, and then he just fell off a little bit this season. So maybe that's like weighing on me for preferring Vlad as the choice. It's not like he had a bad season. All these guys are really good. And I love playing with Delt, by the way. I didn't say that.
Yeah, just as a quick overview of the stats, I mean, Grip had a slightly better KD and slightly more DPM, but I mean, that's not the most important part of Pyro. It's kind of protecting your team. So, like you said, it's kind of hard to tell unless you're playing against a Pyro, especially as a projectile class, or a spy, how good that Pyro is. But we'll move on to possibly the most contentious award for our panel tonight. Demoman of the season, our three nominees are Fancy, Luca, and Yak. We'll go to Yak. We'll start off. Do you reckon you're better than Fancy and Luca this season?
This season, there's two nominees who go to LAN, and there's one guy who's just the best player to ever touch TF2. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I think I had a worse season than normal. I didn't really care that much. There were reasons. People can imagine their reasons. It was fine. I think I played okay. I played worse than normal, but it was fine.
So
I thought Luca was really good.
Well, Luca, what's your assessment?
Okay, so I don't know, like Yak definitely have a bit of a worse season before. I remember him usually being like very consistent. In terms of Fancy and me, I don't know, this season especially, I felt like I was almost at the top of my actual like skill in Highlander. But Fancy is Fancy is a great player, right? But he just played too little for Poorhouse for me to like feel like, oh, he's better or worse than me,
Fair enough. Nebu, what are your thoughts?
I mean, all these demos I think played okay, but Yak, I do agree with what he said about himself. He didn't play well as he normally does, but I think Yak, you are sometimes either the best demo of all time or the worst demo of all time. But I think it's kind of a day kind of thing,
No,
but
I didn't care. I just didn't care.
Fair enough. But between kind of makemake or Luca Enderman, however, whichever name you wish to be said by, out of Luca and Fancy, it's similar with Vlad to me. I don't really like voting for people who join halfway through a season. I think if Fancy played from the start, I might have voted him, but after watching all those games for 3 AM, 600 DPM, like nearly every offie for Luca, so I would probably have to say Luca, just because Fancy not only didn't play as good as I think he can, but he didn't really play from the start of the season.
Yeah, that's fair. Like Fancy had 2 main season games, and in those he had slightly higher DPM and slightly more deaths per minute, but Luca had more kills per minute, higher KD, and played all the games. So I think I would probably, across the board, probably agree that Luca was probably the Demoman of the season. But temrane, do the players of ETF2L agree with the panel, or have they gone for something else?
This is a very close one. So with 32.12% of the vote, we have Fancy. With 32.64% of the vote, we have Luca. And then finally, with 35.23%, we have Yak in first place.
What the fuck? No, this makes no sense. This is like the worst season I've ever played in Prem, and the only time I've won demo of the season. I'm sorry,
I
but
guess
like, if
Rondelino.
this just proves that not everyone should have a vote. I played awfully. I played really bad, and I didn't care from like week 2 or 3. That's really, really funny. That's really funny.
It's Sammy all over again.
That is not what I expected. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, not to disparage your efforts, Yak, but you did have the second fewest BPM and
Yeah, I
one of the worst
didn't
KDs.
care.
So it's a bit of a surprise, but I mean, congratulations, I guess.
Thanks.
And with that, we'll move on to Heavy of the Season, where we have a pretty stacked, large number of nominees here. We have 5. Dastron from Failer, Moichel from Silver Black, Odin from Full House, Schmidt from Chuds, and Snacks from 3AM. There was one player who had standout stats on the main season. That was Odin with 1.15 kills per minute, the closest next being Dastron with 0.8. And a 2.5 KD, which was a lot higher than pretty much everyone, all the other heavies. Are there intangibles that make this closer than the stats suggest, Nubby?
I think it's between Snacks and Odin. I don't remember the other nominees, I'm not gonna lie, but I think they're both really, really good. I think Snacks was better, especially because it was his first season in Prem, and he won for the first time, which no one has ever done before in Heavy. One of the hardest classes in the game. So I think Snacks deserves it all. And then Odin is the second.
Fair enough. Luca, do you have a similar opinion of your teammates' matchup against Odin?
Yeah, so Snacks went from like I think mid or something to Prem. So I would just like just based off that, right? And he's like fast improvement. I would just give it to Snacks.
I mean, one could argue that that's what the debut award is for, but we'll get there when we get there. Yak, what are your thoughts?
2 Natty Kings and 1 guy is using the juice.
We'll leave it at that, as I think that's probably all you want to say.
It's just 2 guys that work really hard, and then 1 guy that loves the juice.
Fair enough. Nebu, as someone who had oversight from most of the games, what are your thoughts on Heavy this season?
I feel like it's kind of hard to comment on heavies, considering I didn't play the season. I didn't play against any of these heavies, and as a Pyro player, you really see which heavy does the most against you. But from what I did see, Snacks played well, considering it was his first season in Prem. I think that has to be mentioned at the bare least. I think Odin played fine. I think he played how you expect the heavy to play. And Moichel, well, it's just Moichel. He just has his own thing, you know, running shotgun and steel scrims. Like
There is
no one
else that can use the family business or the shotgun like Moichel, you know, just busting Red Room on Vigil last. Like no one else can do that.
You're correct, but you know, it would be nice if he gets kills with it when I'm watching the games, you know.
One interesting stat is actually that Odin got only 8 spy kills out of all of the games that he played in the main season, whereas all the other heavies pretty much got, well, all of them got more than 10, and most of them got above 20, which are a fairly interesting statistic for one of the best spy checking classes in the game. But temrane, what are your pieces of information that you're going to bestow upon us?
Well, the first bit of information is with 15.28% of the vote, we have Schmidtshot. With 21.3% of the vote, we have Odin. And finally, with 39.81% of the vote, it is Snacks in first place.
Well, congratulations to Snacks. I mean, the panel seem to agree with you. That's one of the first ones we've got right tonight. So congratulations to you. And we'll move on to Engineer of the Season. Back down to just 3 nominees with Big Z from Chuds, Clark from 3am, and KCam from 4House. This award, somewhat humorously, is often referred to as Clark of the Season. Is that going to continue here tonight, Nubby?
I can't even say anything about the other nominees. Like, Clark is just the Highlander legend, so I think you should take it without any questions asked.
Fair enough. I mean, Luca, anything to add, or is it just Clark of the Season once again?
Clark puts a gun a tiny bit faster, so I think it's Clark.
Yak?
I think it's insane that Lilliput wasn't in these 3 that we could vote for. I think that guy's really good. Like, really, really good. Clark's good. When KCam played for Ganja, and for me, I felt KCam was really good, but on this 4House team, kind of not really as noticeable. But do you ever notice an engineer? I don't really notice Clark, but Clark does good stuff. But then Big Z, noticeable, impact, big player, big moments, and changes the game. So of these 3, I'm going to have to back Big Z. The
Big
best
Z.
player on Chuds.
Well, is it the best player on Chuds, the best player on 3M, or the best player on 4House Temtem that's going to take this one?
Wrong 10, but
Oh,
we'll
sorry.
find out anyway.
Sorry, temrane.
So, for NG of the Season, in third place with 25.25% of the vote, we have Clark. With 35.64% of the vote, we have KCam. And then with 39.11, we have Big Z in first.
You predicted it, Yak. You're the prophet tonight, Big Z. Congratulations on being engineer of the season. Did you have insider info, Yak, or?
I had no info. I just believed that people would see the way that Big Z plays the game compared to these like normal engineers. Big Z just has impact that other people don't have, and the people love the guy with the impact. You know? Who remembers Clark putting the sentry up quicker than someone else? Who remembers keeping that teleporter up? But that Big Z med drop that he gets every game, you remember that. The people remember that, and the people know what they like.
Well, with that, you mentioned med drops, and we'll move on to the medics from there. So we have, once again, 5 nominations. We've got Otto from 3am, Fragger from Chuds X4, Layla from Failer, Watter from 4House, and Yuval from Scylla Black Warriors. What is the most important attributes of a medic's gameplay, Luca?
Okay, so if I had to say it, like, for real, it would be the calls, right? So if you die, happens. Out of these 5 people who get to make the season, I think it's Layla. I think she's the best player to such a class, and how this was been going, I think it's her. Everybody else doesn't matter.
Yak, you had a reaction there.
Layla's my goat. Layla's the goat. I would love to see Layla winning Medic of the Season this season, but Auto's crazy good. To be honest, Auto's really good. I think there's a lot of like good meds that played at various points throughout the season. When Yuval was able to play for us, he was really good. When Degu played for us, he was really good. Watter was pretty solid. Probably her best season that she's played. But yeah, I think Auto is just like a little bit better than most people, but I'd love to see Layla winning Medic of the Season. Like, good player.
Nubby, would you like to see Layla winning Medic of the Season? Or
Yeah, I think all these medics are very, very good. like Botta, Layla, and Otto. Layla is like, he has been one of the best medics for like a very long time, ever since she's playing Highlander. So I think it really comes down in the end between Layla and Otto. And Layla had very, very good games, but sadly they didn't make it to playoffs. Or they did, I don't know, but
No,
they
they
didn't
did.
make it
They
to play.
lost.
Oh yeah,
They
they did.
lost
My fault.
to Full House and then to us in the third place game.
Okay, but they didn't. They made it in playoffs, but they didn't make finals. So like because Layla got like dragged down by her team, so I think in the end Otto should have it. Just only because of that, but Layla is very, very close.
Nebu, were there any freak accidents on the side of the medics that would disqualify any of these players from being medic in the season in your mind?
Well, I was trying to pay attention to medics when casting this season, and but I had to just right now double check on the logs, like the stats, and other than Layla's master performance throughout the entire season, which Beta, if you're watching, I'd love to see a frag movie about Layla. I think it would hit differently. But Water does have a substantially less, death mark than Auto, and I did see some cringe things from Auto, but he still played okay. But I think Water has less deaths, so I'd probably go with Water.
Yeah, I mean, I think Auto or Water would probably be my two picks. I think I voted for Auto because I think he had a slightly better grand finals, but yeah, as you said, Water had considerably less deaths, but they were generally better in the main season. So playing around a better team, maybe that has some sort of impact. Temrane, I'll get it right this time. Puts us out of our misery. Is it Layla of the season?
Unfortunately, not in third place. So in third place, we have with 20.1% of the vote, we have Frey with 26.53. Oh, wait, I'm reading off with 23.01. I was reading the one below, the sniper one. We have Watter. And then with 32.84% of the vote, we have Auto.
Yeah, so top two were possibly somewhat expected as the number 1 and 2 teams of the season. But congratulations to Auto, winning 6 as many times, and now Highlander as well. Moving on to possibly the highest impact class in the game, the Sniper of the season. Then we have 3 nominees. We've got Broken from Silverback Warriors, Buko from 4 House, and Lakey from 3AM. We'll start off with Luca. What are your gut reactions for this award?
Okay, so to me, Lakey and Buko were basically the same sniper until the finals. In finals, I think Lakey had just more impact, but like overall, like he didn't pay me to say this, by the way, but yeah, he was pretty good. If Broken had like one of those seasons where he just instantly kills you, he would probably be like just as good. But like this season, Broken wasn't he wasn't just him.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that Buko and Lakey were, as in your words, pretty much the same sniper, and they had actually exactly the same number of kills per minute. They each had 1.3, which was, I think, the most kills across the entire season. Buko did die less, so he had a actually pretty considerably higher KD. Highest KD of the season being 2.1 versus Lakey's 1.86. So having your sniper up is obviously important, but therefore Lakey making the most of the time he is alive with 1.3. Any argument for Broken from your perspective, Yak?
I love playing with Broken. Broken's really chill. Just a sniper that doesn't complain and cry, which is a rarity. But I think that Broken had a similar season to me. We both just didn't really care that much. He wasn't his usual self. He still played well. He still played fine. But yeah, there were reasons why a lot of our players just didn't really care. It was fine. But out of Buko and Lakey, it's hard to tell. Sometimes some stuff happens with one of those guys that's a little bit unreal. Someone might be juicing, someone might be natty, but no one knows anything.
On that, Nubby, are you going with your teammate Lakey?
Yeah, I think again, these three snipers are pretty good, but without any bias, I don't think anyone comes close to Likey. In the finals, I didn't even see Buko, to be honest. Felt like he was not on the server because we had Likey in the team. He was also like half min calling from sniper with me together at the same time, so he also like guided us to victory. So I think like he can do everything at the same time, and I've never seen a sniper do that before, except me in sixes. But so I think like he should take it by far. Like no one even comes close to him.
Yeah, in grand finals, Lakey had 11 more kills, sniper kills than Buko, and quite a few of Buko's frags, but he had 17 spy picks. So although the kills look fairly similar, the probably impact was felt more from Lakey, but Buko with a really strong main season. So temrane, who takes it in the end?
So, with 18.88% of the vote, we have Broken in third place. With 26.53% of the vote, we have Buko in second, meaning that with 54.59% of the vote, we have Lakey in first.
So an overall majority voting for Lakey there. So congratulations for being this season's Sniper of the Season. And that brings us to our final class of the season, which is obviously going to be Spy of the Season. Our three nominees are Mezzo from 3AM, Stun from 4House, and Unforgiven from Scylla Black Warriors. We'll start with Nebu, because I skipped you last time. Again, I do apologize. From your perspective, you will be seeing the Spy possibly more, seeing as he's often invisible. Did you feel the impact from one of these spies the most in the games?
I mean, logs again speak for themselves, and Stun and Mezzo are just really, really good this season. But I think I'm not kind of putting down their achievements of how good they've been this season, but the kind of spy pool for this season, it hasn't really been good at all, and I think it's kind of like Pyro. It's on a kind of a slow decline. I think some of the new spies coming into Prem aren't doing as well as I think they should be doing. And Unforgiven, I don't think he's not as good as he used to be, but he can still put in a shift. But I think out of both Stun and Mezzo, I can't decide between them both. I think I would have lent more towards Stun if he had played the finals, but unfortunately he missed that. So, but I already can't say anything. It just has to be either Stun or Mezzo.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Stun did have better statistics overall, so he had 0.83 kills per minute versus Mezzo's 0.65, slightly higher DPM and slightly more med picks as well. About the same KD overall. Are there some other factors that would equalize that in Mezzo's favor, Luca?
I mean, Mezzo he's like pushing 40, right? So like playing Spy is a bit hard for him, but I'm glad he's still kicking. And like one of the most important facts about Stan is that he didn't play the finals, so it's kind of hard for me to decide like who's better between those two, right?
No, Nubby's just headed off as I was about to ask.
Nubby's just getting his two phones out.
Just wait for him to put his earphones in. There we go, Nubby. Anything in favor of Mezzo? So Stun generally had better stats, but did Mezzo impress you in terms of his comms more, or?
Yeah, every time I play with Mezzo, it's like magic. I can't even put into words how much impact he has in the games. Talks a lot of mental support. I would say that he's the heart of 3am. So I think he's also one of the main reasons we won the grand finals that easily. He kept up the mental even when powerhouse players were not happy and crying quite a lot in the chat. He was like, "Don't worry, guys, it's all good. We'll get through this together," and we did, just because of those words. And he also carried the whole time. We always had information on their sniper, on their medic uber charge percentage, so I could kill their medic every time. And yeah, the other two are okay as well, but I think Mezzo.
Yeah, I think I've felt the impact of the Mezzo calls versus you guys. It's very difficult to play against a coordinated nubbi and Mezzo sack. So I certainly understand where you're coming from. But temrane, do the people agree? Do the comms of Mezzo outweigh the statistic advantage that Stun has?
So, in third place with 20.77% of the vote, we have Unforgiven. In third with 27.54% of the vote, we have Stun, leaving with 51.69% of the vote. In first place, we have Mezzo.
People do seem to agree. I think the fact that Stun didn't play grand finals probably weighs against him somewhat there, but on the other hand, that was the only game that Full House lost that season, so maybe I guess you could argue that not having Stun was of massive detriment to them, but congratulations to Mezzo either way. And we enter our 3 final awards. So the first being debut of the season, so first Premiership season for these players. Who had the best season overall? I think I have my answer personally, but the nominations were Dalibor from Failer, Def from Chuds X4, Fragger from Chuds X4, Pod from Scary Open Team, Snacks from 3am, Yuval from Silla Black Warriors, and Sven from Chuds X4. I have a name in mind. Does anybody...
Wait, was Sven really on Chuds? I thought he was on Failer.
Was he Chuds? Oh, yeah, sorry, he was on Failer, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. I have a name in mind. Is it the same name as Miyak?
I mean, I think that the obvious answer is Snacks, because he won Prem as his debut. I think if Yuval had played like the whole season, you could have an argument that he could be contending for this, because I think when he played really well. He just was not able to play the whole season. He was like sporadically available. But yeah, I think you have to probably give it to the guy that won Prem at his first go, you know?
Yeah, I think I would broadly agree. I imagine our 2 3am players agree. Am I correct in thinking that, Nubby, Luca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is so good.
Yeah, and Nebu, are you gonna go against the grain, or is it once again a vote for Snacks?
I don't know. Debuts have not really been popping off like they have been in recent seasons. It just has to be Snacks if he's winning Prem and winning debut of the season. Yeah. It's not often. It's like a blooming event. You kind of got to give it to him.
Well, let's see the percentage, temrane. We're assuming it's Snacks, but confirm or even go against it for us.
So we have, with 11.11% of the vote, we have Frege. With 11.64% of the vote, we have Dalibor. And then finally, with 52.91% of the vote, we have Snacks in first place.
That's honestly a lower percentage than I was expecting. I was kind of expecting about 70%, if I'm honest. But I guess the result itself not too surprising. So congratulations to Snacks for not only winning your first season, but also getting debut of the season as well.
Can we also take a quick moment to talk about Dalibor? Because I forgot
Yeah.
completely that guy was on the list. He's good. He's actually really good.
Yeah.
He was one of the better players outside of the usual suspects on Vela. He was good. Thought he was pretty good. He has potential to be a top Pyro.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Yak there. Especially with playing Pyro on Vader, it's a real mental test. You know, you got to have a strong mental. It's a very fundamental thing to have when playing Pyro on Vader. So, shout out to the other boy.
Speaking from experience.
Don't even start.
Well, seeing as I'm not allowed to start, I'll move on to caster of the season, possibly of interest to some people here. I've got a name in my mind. We were having a chat beforehand, but the 5 nominees were Buko, Dave, Harry, Nebuden, and Yorn. We'll end with us, Nebu, and we'll start with Luca. What are your thoughts? Did you catch cast this season?
Actually, I watched like 2 casts, so I actually don't know.
Fair enough. W, did you catch any of them?
Honestly, no, I can't comment on this. I'm sorry.
Fair.
But everyone who casts in TF2 is a great person, so I respect every caster of the season nominee.
Yak, did you manage to?
Yeah, I think that 4 of them are great. I think 4 of them are great. I think of that 4, you're on there, Nebu. You're on there, Harry. I'm not going to mention who else is on there, but actually I might, because I might say who my favorite is. Actually, no, I'm not. I thought Nebu's like streams were great because they covered almost every single game. The only issue is that I think your player models get a bit annoying and boring. Like, if you're doing funny player models, you have to change them up, you know? You can't just keep...
trying.
Yeah, you just kept the same stupid player models. Some of them are not good.
I
Some
only
of them are
found
really
out.
bad.
I know.
The skeleton on the sniper...
Ones.
The skeleton on the
really
sniper is
good.
amazing. And
It is
Peter Griffin
really
heavy,
good.
you know? Like, the classics.
I
You can
found
keep
out
the
after the
classics,
season.
but the really bad ones, I'd switch them up.
I
But,
tried to.
I thought Harry... Yeah, I thought you were good, Harry. You were good. You're here. You were good. I thought Dave was better than usual. Like, Dave was really good this season. And who else was there? Maybe I'll just go through them all. I thought Buko was really bad at casting. But yeah, everyone else was good.
I mean, I personally think that so Buko, I think it was possibly his first. I can't quite remember first season casting. I think he was pretty solid, especially as a newer caster. So
Well, you have to say that you cast with him.
no, I genuinely believe it. I think he was pretty good. But I think
he's
that
clueless.
as the voice of the season, it was probably Nebu. So I don't see much argument other than yourself, Nebu. But that's just my perspective.
Thank you very much, Harry.
We'll see if the people agree or whether it's just go along with the person who's won it before. Temrane, reveal all.
So, with 20.11% of the vote, we have Dave. With 24.46%, we have Nebu. And finally, in first place with 34.24, we have Harry.
Oh, boo hiss. Probably. Yeah.
Well
I don't
done,
know.
Harry.
I
You
will.
don't have to be
Harry.
modest. Well done, Harry. Good job. You got it.
I think
You're
I'm
caster of
I'm
the season.
solid, but I think for the season, I think it probably should have been Nebu. But
You are the best caster.
I'll take the accolades anyway.
Nebu's not a caster. Nebu is an experience.
So Nebu, can we have a new award, experience of the season?
Just like
Just
Yeah.
up to you, not me.
No, it's like, I don't know, community contributor of the season. I don't know, something like that. That's Nebu. He would win, like, you know when you have those like podcast awards for like a football for like the Premier League? That's Nebu. Nebu is the guy that wins like that.
well,
Do you know like the Saudi Arabian ones?
What?
That's the type of stuff I've been doing.
What?
You ever seen the Saudi Arabia casters?
No?
no.
You look it up right now. They're so funny.
That's something for after the stream, I imagine. But we'll move on to the biggest award of them all, MVP, player of the season. There are a number of, I think it's 9 nominations here. So just running from top to bottom, it was Bran Molvik from Scary Open Team, Broken from Silverback Warriors, Buko from 4 House, Fancy from 4 House, Lakey from 3am, Luca from 3am, Mezzo from 3am, Nubby from 3am, and Odin from 4 House. Yak, you're not on the list.
No.
What's your one name that jumps out of you?
The one name that jumps out from that list, for reasons, is Bran Molvik. No other words can be said.
So, okay. Well, are you leaving it there? No other words can be said. I'm gonna assume that's a yes, seeing as you're staying mute. Staying
Sorry, you're
true.
talking to me?
No? Navi, you're on the list. Are you voting for yourself here, or is somebody else player of the season?
I didn't vote, but yeah, I need to humbly say that I think I'm the best player. So I
Fair
think
enough.
I should get it. But
You
like,
think you're better than Luca?
Yeah, I think like there is no contest. Like I think I'm the best
Luca,
player.
you're gonna take that.
I
You're doing
think
my job
Lakey
for
and
me,
Luca
yeah.
is also very good. I think if I would be able to choose the nominees, then I would just choose like every single player from my team, because I think there is no match against our team in like any class, which was seen in the grand finals. But I think I played like the best, like usually. But I think I should get it, especially because everyone likes me a lot. So I think most people should be voting for me, since it's kind of known that these award polls are also like a popularity contest, and I'm pretty popular and people like me a lot. So I think most people would vote for me in this situation, and I also play the best. So like 2 of these factors add up together, and I think I'll win it by far.
Luca, does that all apply to you as well, or is
Yeah,
Nubby
I think
correct?
I'm also like the best player as well. I mean, Nabi is also the best, right? But like, like we can share. Lake is also probably one of the best players. Bran Bolvik was also there, I guess. He is on the top, and the rest are just let's not talk about them.
I'm not entirely sure how Bramovic got onto the list when he wasn't on the NG list, but we'll
Yeah,
leave that there. we'll underline that. And Nebu, who's your player of the season?
I mean, I think I have everyone there kind of listed. With him, maybe Bran Molvik. Everyone played really, really well,
But his name does stand out. It just
It really
stands out
does.
amongst that group of people. So you have to remember that. That is always a factor.
if
in
there
these
was a name of
votes.
the season, I think he wins it
We've
every
seen it with
time.
Big Z, right? Big Z stands out amongst those engineers. So when you see Bran Molvik written down, do you not think that the people are just going to click that? I think so.
I think he's going to get a good percentage. I don't think you're wrong there, Yak.
Well, you know the results.
I don't. I genuinely
Oh,
don't.
Okay, Temrane does. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
For the person who does, Temrane, reveal all. Who is Season 34's player of the season?
So, with 9.39% of the vote, we have Buka. With 23.47% of the vote, we have the man, the myth, the legend from Norway, Bran Molvik.
Oh, no.
And then with 26.29% of the vote, we have Lakey.
I was
So
close.
close, so
that's
close.
What was the percentage difference? What was the
It's
difference?
3%. It's 6 votes difference.
That's mad.
I was actually right.
There's no way.
I told you, he sticks out.
He
amongst
sticks
those
out.
group of people.
True.
You just think of the intangibles, the things you cannot measure. Bran Molvik wins all of those. The things you cannot measure, Bran Molvik, aura.
That almost made the entire watch show, but unfortunately for some, Bran Molvik only coming in second there. Congratulations to Lakey, most kills per minute in the season. So
Before we go further, Nubby, you said that
Yeah?
you were the best player of the season. How do you feel about losing to Bran Molvik?
Yeah, first of all, I think like deserves it, and like I think the issue here was that the votes sent for me were not counted,
Mm.
which is a mistake made by ETF2L website.
Are
But
you
I
saying
think
that
I think like
your
he
votes
deserved it.
went to Brand Molvik? Something happened?
No, I think it just didn't count. I don't know why. Maybe like the website is bugged, or maybe it was the wrong account that they voted for. But I think like he deserves it a lot. He's also one of the best, and I see myself up there as like number 0.
Mm.
So
clearly.
I'm happy. I'm happy with the results at the end of the day.
Well, with that bombshell, Ramovic being the second best player of the season and Lakey taking it all, that's all of our awards that we've had here tonight. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to 3AM for winning the season as well. And just before we go, there is a small announcement to be made, I believe, Temrane. Do you want to reveal all?
Yes. So, what we are going to announce is our Highlander kind of season that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So what we're going to be doing is running a 4-week season with 2-week playoffs, just because it's something we can fit in at the end of the year. In this season, we're calling it All Fun Autumn rather than Season 35, just because it's not a full season really. And we're going to have a couple experimental maps and stuff on there as well. So
You do only experimental maps?
I thought about it, but
Don't
we've
think
got
about
enough
it.
on
Do
there.
it. Just do it.
Well, we've only got 2 old maps on there, so we have Vigil and Steel on there.
But we've played 2 of
classics.
those maps. We can get rid of those ones.
True. I mean, there's
Get
no
rid
upward
of
at
them.
least, you know.
This is fire.
Gully Wash
No upward, no
Yep.
product. Let's go.
in 2025.
Yeah, we're going to play Gully Wash. With that, it's going to be the 6s rule set, so 5 minutes and first to 5, rather than like the 10 minutes and win difference 5, I think it was, like when
Yep.
it was last played. We've also got Borneo on there, just because it's a map that's it's been played before. I don't think the refresh version has, so there's going to be some changes there. And also, we are going to be trying out Koth Govan by Mr. TC himself, Renton. So yeah, I think it should be an interesting season. Sign up should be up now if people are wanting to join, and then it starts on November 10th.
November 10th. So what's that? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's
1, 2, 3.
should be around the first, like after the first week of 6's playoffs, so around week 2 of playoffs,
Yeah.
I think.
So yeah, I think that's in 3 weeks' time. So make sure you sign up, and we'll have some Highlander gaming coming your way at some point in the near future. As a final thing, we'll do a quick round of shoutouts. We'll start with we'll go bottom right to top. So Yak, any shoutouts from you today?
Shoutouts to everyone who's played on Scylla Black Warriors at any point, or like the other version of the team, you know, Gaki Goobmans. It's been fun, you know? It's done. I'm done, at least for a season. And that's like the reason I didn't care. No one cared. But that's like by the by. Everyone's great that I played with. I had a lot of fun. It's great. Yeah. I'll be playing like mid. It'll be great. It'll be way more fun than everyone's natty, you know?
Well, Nubby, any shoutouts from you?
Yeah. Shoutouts to Arantir. He kind of lost his team in the finals, but shoutouts to him still for the try. Shoutouts to Lilliput. Shoutouts to Carl, and obviously the Highlander legend Clark.
Luca?
Right, so shout out to my lovely teammates. Shout out to the production. Whoever does this stuff. Shout out to Lilliput for being a hater. Thank you for all the hate. Made me win. And shout out to of course my legend John Pork for the lovely comments on Steam.
Nebu.
Shout out to all the guys, you know who you are, and shout out to Jorn for casting with me this season. It was really, really fun.
Temrane?
Yeah. Give a shout out to Samus for producing this on very short notice. As well as just kind of shouting out everyone who still plays this game because it's really fun and there's no other game like it. So
And I guess I'll shout out Alicio and his mixes. Everybody in the server should add up now.
I'm
we can
banned.
go play.
I'm banned. Just letting you know, I'm banned for nothing. I said that these mixes are bad and no one should play them, and then I got banned.
Well, maybe that's why you got banned.
I mean, we should just play Pro Pugs, no? We should.
I don't know.
Like, let's be honest.
I don't like that kind of pug system, but that's just me.
That's
up to
because you don't get
mixes.
picked.
I do get picked sometimes. I just don't
Yeah.
like it. I just don't like pick systems. I think it takes too long. Anyway, by the by, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to 3am once again.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you on this channel in the near future with some unannounced things. Thank you very much for watching and have a great night.